Harrison friggin' Smith is going to be a future Vikings Ring of Honor inductee. He should be a future Pro Football Hall of Famer, but the same people, the same national media jabroni haircut writers who have screwed Harrison out of all pros and Pro Bowls, as well as the 2010s All-Decade team, they're the same ones who vote for the Hall of Fame, so I'm not holding my breath. Even though at the end of the day, Harrison will have comparable numbers to Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, etc. And Harrison, he's been that guy on the back end of the Vikings defense ever since being that other first-round pick in 2012. And he, of all the veterans that have been on this team, whether it was Kendricks and Barr and, well, maybe Daniil, but also Everson, B-Rob, yeah, Harrison is still here. He's still fighting. He's still strong. And he's got one more year left in him in purple. I do think this is going to be his last year in the NFL, and I think that good things are going to happen with him in the Brian Flores defense. Also, I feel like it gets slept on a lot. Harrison Smith basically took a 50% pay cut to stay in purple. Like, he was due $14 million and change as a base salary. They cut it down to $7.5 million, and he stayed loyal. He stayed in purple. Well, it was a business decision. Like, maybe he wouldn't get $7.5 million in the open market, but it sort of is what it is. Either way, it's a good look, and Harrison stays in purple for 2023. And I don't know, just sitting back, got some predictions. Like, I think some certain things are going to happen with Harrison Smith this year, and I think they're all going to be good things. First up, it's going to be a renaissance under Brian Flores. Like, I can feel it. Harrison Smith, he looks lighter. He looks faster out there. Flores has already been gushing about 22, working with a all-time great player. And I think that I do think that Harrison, even though he tied a career high with interceptions last year with 5, he was playing a lot more coverage. I think he did the best that he could in the Donashell defense. I think that he was being a good teammate. He was being a good player. He was listening to his coach, but there's a lot of things wrong with that defense. And it really was a tragedy and a travesty that you're wasting a year of Kendricks. You wasted a year of Harrison Smith, and they don't have much time left in their career. Basically just putting them on a piss poor defense. And when they were part of a piss poor defense the last couple of years of Zimmer as well. So I think this is going to be a great bounce back year. I think that this defense is going to be super aggressive and opportunistic, and I think Harrison Smith is going to be a big part of that, because I think that Harrison's going to blitz 50-plus times this year. Now, Flores loves the blitz. Last 2 times he was in charge of calling plays when he was the head coach of the Dolphins. He was second in the league in blitzes both in 2020 and 2021. And Flores has already rolled out the 3 safety look with Harrison and Beasley, as well as Josh Metellus in there. And I think what it will be a lot is Harrison Smith playing a de facto off-ball linebacker role. And I think that he is going to get after. One of the great things that Zimmer did is that he allowed Harrison Smith to be Harrison Smith, be up there at the line of scrimmage. Yes, Harrison dropping back into coverage, getting some interceptions as well, but him up at the line of scrimmage, being a patrolman, being a captain right up front, I mean, that's where he did his best work. And Harrison under Zimmer blitzed an average of 40 times per season. That was with the 16-game seasons. Last year, 17-game season, he blitzed 14 times. 14 times. So averaging less than 1 blitz per game is just ridiculous. It's like you're not utilizing what one of your best players did best, and it's just so frustrating, man. But I think that Flores will unleash Harrison Smith on the quarterback this year, and it will result in 3.5 sacks, career high, 15 pressures, career high, and also he'll still be dropping back into coverage doing the damn thing, and also the Vikings will be getting heat on that quarterback, so 6 interceptions, also a career high. So Harrison Smith, even though he's 34 going on 35, just really bouncing back and having that renaissance season, and I think that he will get the accolades. I think that he will have a Pro Bowl first vote. I think that he will be All-Pro, and maybe he'll end up being second-team All-Pro because of all the hate that comes towards the Vikings players. We absolutely know that, but all that being said, he is up there in age. They'll have to revisit that contract again. He's due, $14 million and change as a base salary in 2024 when he's going to be 35 years old. And even though he'll have that renaissance season, even though he'll be utilized in the proper fashion, I think that he will go out on a high. And I think that this will be his final year in purple. And then also, as a bonus prediction, I think he retires. I think he rolls off into that sunset. He's got a lot of interest off the field. Maybe he'll become a commercial pilot. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to go here, but there's a lot of life after football, and Harrison is always. He's been a football guy, but also he's had a lot of interests off the field, and also he's married, starting a family, all that stuff. So I think that it will be time to turn the page. But I think one last amazing ride will be fantastic, and hopefully it'll end up with a Jerome Barty at the end. Harrison Smith hoisting that Super Bowl trophy one time, and then just going off. Love it, man. We'll love it. It would be a storybook ending, and also got Lewis Cine waiting in the wings. I think Cine on the roster is the best one-for-one potential replacement for Harrison Smith in his prime. So I do think that Harrison in that Flores scheme, even though he's the last veteran out there, the last long timer, especially if Daniil does get traded, but he gets out there. He has a fantastic season. He looks young. He looks revitalized. And in an aggressive attacking defense that the Vikings are getting back to, I think Harrison Smith shines one last time in purple. That being said, maybe he plays 3 more years. I don't know, man. But that's it. Your thoughts are thoughts. 5 Harrison Smith predictions for 2023. 6. Whatever. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.